What's going on, everybody, man? Welcome back to another day in the MoJo Ninja Garage. And today, as discussed, we're going to be doing a little bit of talking on this video. I'm pretty much going to have somewhat of a candid conversation with you guys. Remember, I told you I'm going to be completely transparent with everybody when I talk about the things that I talk about. Plus, I'm also trying a new little function on this shotgun mic. Couldn't think of the name of it, man. But I'm trying out another setting, so y'all let me know how this sounds as well. I got a whole new setup that I'm having to try and figure out how to use. So I appreciate you guys being patient with me while I'm trying to figure this thing out so I can get my stuff dialed in exactly the way I need to. But in this video, we're gonna be doing a little detailing inside the car. And we can't do the outside because like you can see, I don't know if you can see all that, but the spots on the car, man, goodness. It's we've been having some pretty interesting rainy, cold, then warm, then rainy and cold again weather. So washing the car is pretty much So at least we'll be riding clean on the inside. And then afterwards, while we're doing that, we're gonna do a little bit of talking. And then afterwards, maybe we'll install something on the interior of the car. Try and keep it looking pristine as we possibly can. So without any further ado, man, let's go ahead and let's get into it. Okay, y'all, so something that I do want to make you guys aware of is your boy tried to attempt to do something super supreme. So at a point in time, I was working to try and figure out a new spot for us to record in, do our work in, and all of that stuff, man. Get us a cool little space to do our thing in. So, get out of this garage and get into a smoother garage. But so basically what I did is I tried to find me a place where I can kind of go somewhere and I can actually put a post in, pretty much give me a shop, give me a two post lift, and really be able to get down on it, you know what I'm saying? But I checked out this place called the Luxury Garages of Texas. Now, if you look that stuff up, maybe I'll leave a link to it in the description. It kind of gives you a virtual tour of everything they have. Man, it's pretty sweet, dog. God dang, that was cool as hell. But, oh man, I made a mess. But when I went to try and schedule an opportunity to go out there and check out their spot, well, one, the attempt did fail. But the real thing is I was, mind you, I don't have as much time as I would like to have to record content and, kind of just, take my time and just have a good time with this. So time is a factor. Now, that place just happens to be extremely far away, man. To get out there, and this was on like a Sunday, when I went out there to go and try and check it out, no traffic and all of that, man. So I go out there, man. I'm telling you, it's about an hour and a half drive, dude. God dang. Now think about having a trek to go out there because it's such a cool place, man. You want to spend every second you can out there. It's like what they call the ultimate man cave. So I was like, man, this would be perfect. It's had pretty much two levels. You had a lower level to do your work in. It had running water and all that stuff. So basically, it even had a shower. You can get a shower in there. It has an upstairs loft area. We can pretty much put a game room, TV, and it's got a pretty much full kitchen in there and everything. I could freaking, it could be a hangout. You know what I'm saying? I really like that idea, man. It's, we like the ultimate little clubhouse. But two things. Number one, it'll be quite the investment. I think I need to do more to channel to really try and do that. But even then, the most pressing thing about all of that is how far it is. And me going there on a day when there's no traffic and it's freaking an hour and a half. Just imagine with traffic. So from where I am, it's like I say, it's about an hour and a half away. But with traffic, we talking about 2.5 hours. Hell, it could possibly be 3 hours. Your boy ain't ready to make a drive like that. As cool as that spot was, I don't think I'm ready to make a drive like that far, man. I would like to, but it'd be nice to have something closer by. So I got to come up with a new thing to do. So that's kind of something I was planning to do. I was hoping to drop that on y'all and just be like, ooh, drop that on your head. Hey, dog, we got a new shop. But no, we don't. I need to find somewhere extremely close that I could just go to, hang out, be in that mug, do whatever I got to do, and then be able to come home and get home at a decent time. Because, you know, the one main thing that's really important to me to do is family time. So couldn't do that. So, wow. All right, y'all. So another thing, man, I'm gonna hip you out of something, bro. It's been a lot of stuff going on, y'all. So I have been experiencing what I guess some would call creator's block. Now, that blockage is because I'm just trying to figure, it's so many things that's happening around me right now, dude. It's like, it's hard to find the time to do what I need to do. And the only way I'm gonna be able to figure out and get the things done that I want to get done means I'm gonna have to put, like, it's gonna be some breaks in my upload schedule. And what I mean by that, I might wind up having to skip a week or something like that ever so often. But I'll do like I usually do. I'm usually pretty I'm informative. I let you guys know what's going on. I send out a community post because it's just been extremely busy. Ever since I got this promotion, man, it's been pretty rough to try and find time to record. And the thing is, now about the creator's block thing. This is the block is this. I want to change what I'm doing because I want to improve. As with everything we all do, we always want to improve. So in order to improve, requires me to invest time in it. So I want to invest that time in making sure that the quality of the product that I put out to you guys is on point. It's not just, I don't want to just be putting up content just to be putting up content. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person who's gone through this, and you know, this is the thing that's going on. But I kind of want to just make you guys aware of my thought process and where I'm thinking. It's not something that I'm stopping to, quit. That's pretty much out of the question for me unless something super dramatic happens. But I do want to improve on my craft. So I want to make sure I'm putting out the best possible, product for you guys. So that means sometimes it's going to require me to take a little extra time to edit and stuff like that. And I don't want to be just, okay, I got a video out this week, cool, I'm good. Nah, because that's not fair to y'all. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to the growth of the channel and to where I want this thing to go, like we talked about in the beginning of the year. So there's that. So now, again, sometimes I do feel rushed to do a few things, and I just don't want that feeling. Plus, I'm kind of curious as to what y'all think about that. How would y'all feel about me from time to time? I'm not saying that it's going to be something that's going to be a long-term thing, but in order for me to grow in the areas that I want to grow in with the channel and with my recording, with my videography and stuff like that, I might take some breaks here and there. It's not going to be something that's going to be like a lot. If it is, like I said, it's got to be something crazy happening to make me not, to have me not do it. But I'd like to know your thoughts on what you think about, if I do miss a video every now and again, but not, like I said, that's not something I really want to do because it kind of hurts me, to not be able to put out a video. It drives me nuts, because I feel like I failed in my mission. So kind of what I was thinking, I wanted to run that stuff by y'all just to see what you think. I've been making the necessary investments in like the equipment and making sure I'm knowing how to use it properly. And part of that process is taking the time to dial it in. You know what I mean? All right, y'all. So that's really just a few things that's on my mind. There's some other stuff going on, but that could be for a later conversation. I don't want to just drag all of this out. It'll be over a few videos. I give you different points and stuff like that to kind of put a broader scope on what I'm talking about. But It's time to show you guys what I plan to put into the car. So let's take a look. All right, y'all. So on that, I went with the Husky floor liners. So and I went with those for a couple of reasons. Now I did have my eyes on the Tux mats, but them things are, man, how much are those things again? Let me go and look. Tux mat, $208. I could have went with some WeatherTechs. The WeatherTechs, $197. I didn't even know Cobb had these, but even Cobb has floor mats, but their floor mats are different than the ones I got because they're kind of similar to what I got, you know, stock, which those are some pretty good ones, but those were like $220. These Husky liners are $129. So I kind of have, though it looks good and all of that, but I kind of have a problem putting something that costs that much in the car when I'm gonna be putting my feet on it. Dirty feet, stuff off the ground, wet and all of that. No, man. How do they say in the Matrix?
I have sampled every language. French is my favorite. Fantastic language. Especially to curse with. Nom de Dieu, de putain de bordel de merde de saloperie de connard d'enculé de ta mère. It's like wiping your ass with silk. I love it.
So nah, I don't want to do that, man. I'm just gonna use regular old 2-ply. So I got these Husky ones because they decent. I probably got to do a little. I'm going to have to do a little bit of modification on the driver's side one, but that's fine. But I'll show y'all that in a minute. But for right now, I'm gonna put in the rear, and then I'm gonna put in the passenger side, and then we'll end off with the driver's side. And I'll show you guys what I have to do with that, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to break out the heat gun to get this thing to conform the way I need it to while it's in the car. But we'll check that out here in a second. All right, so let's get this in here. Now, it's gonna slide right on in here like that. All right, so now I got it in here. So now I'm gonna run the heat gun on it, try and get it to conform the way I want it to, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the fitment of it. All right, so this is what it looks like. This is here in the back. It's a snug fitment. And, you know, I warmed it up to get it to conform the way I want to. That way then when it cools down, it'll be right where it needs to be and it'll lock it in there. But that's it. And another cool thing I like about it is that it has this little thing over this little drive shaft tunnel where it covers that and protects that as well. So none of that'll get spills on it. If anything, it'll spill there and go down, and I'll be able to catch it. It should be easier to clean too. I can stick that in there, and it's pretty much like a little bowl. So anything that'll fall in there, I can vacuum it out and be good to go. So there we go. So I'm sure these are gonna work out good. So the stock ones that I have are these. So these are for the rear. So it's just two separate pieces, so it gives you no protection for the little drive shaft tunnel, the little hump right there. It gives you no protection there, but these are good. It's actually the best floor mats I've seen that came in a stock vehicle from the cars that I got. This is pretty doggone good. Rubber, no carpet, good to go, very sturdy. But the other one, that one works pretty good too, so that's what we got. So now it's time to go to the passenger side and get that one knocked out too. All right, y'all, so it's time for the driver's side. So let me hip you out of what's happening. So, couple things. This part right here. This is where the little accelerator stop is. And as you know, for ours is extended. So I'm probably gonna have to cut this out just so that can fit through there. If it was a stock one, it'll be fine the way it is. but I'm gonna cut this out so that ours will fit in there, because ours protrudes out a little bit more than that. And dang, it's actually 3 things. This right here, I don't know why they didn't cut this out, but I'm gonna have to cut this little area out because that allows me to have access to the gas cap pull tab to open up the gas cap. And then I'm gonna have to open up these holes right here that these little tabs fit into to lock this floor mat in place. But it's gonna give me a little bit more protection here and all up here to where nothing gets in there. So let's go ahead and let's go and make those adjustments, and then we'll throw this thing in. All right, fam. So here we go. That wraps it up. Pretty good. The fitment on these things is super good. It's real nice. It fits in there really good. This little cutout that they put in here was set up perfectly to where I can have access to my gas cap lid to get it open. Got my holes in there, and all the way up there, if you can see, which you probably can't because it's dark as hell in here. I got the hole cut out, and it's sitting perfectly on there. Just take my word for it. But looks good in there, man. It's got a little extra traction. It's gonna stay in place like I need it to, and it's covering more area, more surface area. Same thing with the back, but I got all my stuff back in there, so you ain't gonna be able to see any of that. All right, y'all. So all in all, man, not that bad of an install. Pretty cool. Just a little slight adjustments, and you do have to use the heat gun on things like that anyway, because you got to get it to conform to how the car is. So wasn't that expensive, and really my main purpose for today was just to kind of let you guys take a journey in my crazy mind. Just to see the sort of things that I think about, and even as a YouTuber, things you think about, you want to think about growth. And then for me, I do want to have a place where we could just go to. I can have me a 2-post lift, and hell, if I could do that, I might be, I would, it would push me to create an opportunity to be able to do, not that I want to get into too much side work, but to do like little installs on people's cars and stuff like that. That would be something that I would like to do. That would end up be another way for the channel to earn some revenue, to support other projects that I would like to get into. And you know, I don't know, I got to figure this thing out, but in order to figure it out, it's going to take some time for me to try and lay down a process that I can kind of put into place. But appreciate you guys listening to me ramble on about crazy stuff. If you guys are interested in getting those floor mats, I will link them in the description. If I'm not mistaken, are they on? No, that's just, I think that's a regular price of $129. I'm not sure, but I believe it is. But they're cheap, they're good quality, and they actually conform a little bit easier than like the WeatherTech and anything like that. Those are pretty like a hard, stiff plastic. These are plastic, but they got some rubber in it as well. Kind of when you heat it up, it helps it conform, because I was just watching it conform into, slowly go into the position you need to be in. Once it cools off, it's gonna stay there, and it's gonna stay in place and not move around on you. But I'll link those in the description. Thank you again. If you made it this far in the video, listen to me rant or ramble about all kinds of crazy stuff, and make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, hit all so you get notified whenever I put out a video. And until that next video, fam, peace.